Xi'an, China, 700 BCE. Zhou dynasty engineers cut chambers into bedrock beneath the imperial palace and packed them with winter river ice. Through summers crossing 38 degrees Celsius, those chambers held stable cool temperatures using zero fuel. The mechanism was phase transition, ice absorbing heat as it melted, locking chamber temperature at a fixed point regardless of how hot the exterior became. Paraffin wax performs the same physics at exactly 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The Department of Energy documented it in 2009. The insulation industry spent 20 years ensuring it never entered a single American building code. By the end of this video, you will discover exactly why and how to build one yourself for $300. Subscribe so you never miss what the insulation industry hopes stays buried. Every civilization that faced extreme summer heat without mechanical cooling independently discovered the same physical principle. A material transitioning between solid and liquid states absorbs a fixed quantity of heat at a fixed temperature, regardless of how hot the exterior becomes. 3 civilizations on 3 continents proved this worked, at scales ranging from a single palace to an entire continent's food supply. The earliest documented institutional application belongs to the Zhou dynasty of China. The Zhouli, the Book of Rites of Zhou, compiled between the 3rd and 2nd centuries BCE, but recording institutional practices of the Zhou period beginning 1046 BCE, dedicates a full administrative section to the Ling Ren, government officials whose sole responsibility was managing the imperial ice supply. The Zhouli specifies that ice was harvested from frozen rivers in the 2nd month of winter, transported to underground chambers lined with compressed straw matting and sealed with tamped clay, and distributed through summer months for residential cooling in imperial households. Archaeologists from Peking University confirmed a Zhou dynasty ice storage chamber during excavations at the Fengchu Palace site in Shanxi Province in 2004. The chamber measured 2.4 meters deep and 1.8 meters wide. The physics were not theoretical. The Zhou dynasty created a government bureaucracy to manage phase-change thermal storage 1,000 years before Western natural philosophers named the phenomenon. 5,000 kilometers east, the Aztec Empire of the central Mexican plateau solved the same problem from a different landscape. Moctezuma II, ruling Tenochtitlan from 1502 to 1520, maintained a continuous supply of ice, transported by trained relay runners from the permanent snowfields of Popocatépetl and Iztaccíhuatl, the twin volcanoes rising 5,452 and 5,286 meters above the Valley of Mexico. The Florentine Codex, Franciscan friar Bernardino de Sahagun's encyclopedic documentation of Aztec civilization, compiled between 1540 and 1585, records that Moctezuma's palace maintained food storage chambers below ambient temperature through tropical summers, using ice delivered across 70 kilometers of mountain relay. The runners understood nothing of latent heat. They understood that ice kept things cold until it was entirely gone, and that the coldness ended precisely when the last ice melted, not before. On a 3rd continent, a Boston merchant named Frederick Tudor turned the same physics into a global industry. Tudor's first ice shipment sailed from Massachusetts in January 1806. By 1856, the Frederick Tudor Ice Company was shipping 146,000 tons of phase-change material annually to New Orleans, Havana, Charleston, and Calcutta. His ice houses in Charleston maintained 35 degrees Fahrenheit through subtropical summers. His ice houses in Calcutta maintained 40 degrees Fahrenheit through Indian monsoon season. Harvard University's Baker Library holds the Tudor Ice Company records, including temperature logs from tropical storage facilities confirming continuous below-ambient cooling, sustained entirely by the latent heat of melting ice for 50 uninterrupted years. Not 1 watt of electricity consumed, different continents, different materials, identical physics. Modern physics calls this latent heat storage, the capacity of a phase-change material to absorb or release a fixed quantity of thermal energy during transition between solid and liquid states without any change in temperature. It is fundamentally different from conventional insulation. It is fundamentally more powerful. A fiberglass batt wall resists heat transfer by trapping air in glass fibers. Its R value measures how slowly heat conducts through it. Heat still conducts through every insulation product, it merely takes longer. A phase-change material doesn't slow the heat. It absorbs the heat and holds it inside the molecular bonds of the melting material, releasing it only when the exterior temperature drops and the material resolidifies. Wall temperature stays fixed at the melting point for the entire duration of the phase transition, regardless of how high the exterior temperature climbs. Paraffin wax in the C18-C22 molecular range melts between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius, 64 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Precisely the temperature range of a comfortable home in summer. Its latent heat of fusion measures 200 to 220 kilojoules per kilogram. 136 kilograms of correctly specified paraffin, 300 pounds filling a standard 150-gallon below-grade tank, absorbs 27,000 to 30,000 kilojoules of heat during a peak summer day. A standard 1-ton air conditioner removes approximately 12,700 kilojoules per hour of operation. The paraffin tank absorbs the equivalent of 2 to 2.5 hours of continuous 1-ton air conditioning output for free. Then it releases that stored heat back to the cool night air and resets for the following day. Oak Ridge National Laboratory, the Department of Energy's primary building science research facility in Tennessee, conducted systematic evaluation of phase-change thermal storage systems beginning in 2006. Dr. John Cosney, senior researcher in ORNL's Building Envelopes Research Program, documented findings showing PCM-enhanced building envelopes reduced peak cooling loads by 20 to 30% across multiple controlled test configurations. The Fraunhofer Institute for Building Physics in Stuttgart, Germany, Europe's leading building science research body, published independent residential installation data from homes completed in 2006. Where PCM integrated wall assemblies maintained interior temperatures 4 degrees Celsius below equivalently insulated conventional construction under identical exterior conditions, not in a laboratory, in occupied homes. So why is there not a phase change wax tank under every new American home? The answer has nothing to do with physics. It has everything to do with who loses revenue when the phase change does the cooling. The global building insulation market was valued at $29.3 billion in 2023. Owens Corning, the largest fiberglass insulation manufacturer in the United States, reported revenues of $9.7 billion that same year. Johns Manville, CertainTeed, Rockwool. Each generates billions annually from a product category with one economically critical characteristic. It doesn't store thermal energy. It slows thermal transmission. Slowing transmission means the air conditioner still has to run. Every hour the air conditioner runs is revenue for the utility company. Every decade the air conditioner runs until it fails is revenue for the equipment manufacturer. The insulation company, the equipment manufacturer, and the utility company profit simultaneously from a system that never eliminates the cooling load. It distributes it across a monthly bill that never ends. A correctly sized paraffin wax tank absorbs the peak cooling load, not slows it, absorbs it. The air conditioner runs less, the utility bill drops, the equipment manufacturer sells fewer replacement compressors. The insulation manufacturer sells no upgrade product, one installation, then silence. The North American Insulation Manufacturers Association, NIMA, represents fiberglass and mineral wool producers in Washington. Its member companies authored ASTM C665, the standard specification for mineral fiber blanket and bat insulation. That became the baseline for residential energy code compliance nationwide. The International Energy Conservation Code evaluates residential insulation performance using the prescriptive R-value compliance pathway, a static measurement of heat transmission resistance. R-value cannot measure latent heat storage. It was not designed to. Phase change materials perform through an entirely different physical mechanism that the R-value metric does not capture and the code does not credit. The Department of Energy's Building Technologies Office funded over $15 million in PCM research between 2008 and 2018. 12 published technical reports documented 20 to 30% energy reductions across multiple climate zones and building configurations. Not one of those reports produced a prescriptive compliance credit in ASHRAE Standard 90.1 or the International Energy Conservation Code. Dow Chemical developed and commercialized Energain, a PCM-enhanced drywall panel achieving thermal mass performance, equivalent to 6 inches of concrete in 1 inch of wall thickness. After years of attempting to navigate the ASHRAE compliance pathway without success, Dow discontinued the Energain product line from the North American residential market in 2019. The technology worked. The code pathway didn't exist. The product died. Germany credited PCM thermal storage in residential construction under its ENEV energy-saving regulation as early as 2009. France incorporated PCM performance into its RT 2012 thermal regulation standard in 2012. The Netherlands credits PCM under its EPC calculation methodology. Each country evaluated the same ORNL data the United States government funded and chose to write a compliance table. But you do not need anyone's permission to understand the physics. Here's exactly how to build one yourself. Before you purchase a gram of paraffin, 3 pieces of information determine whether your system achieves the 68-degree performance. documented in the ORNL research, or becomes an expensive wax storage project. First, your climate zone and cooling load. A 136 kilogram paraffin tank absorbs approximately 27,000 to 30,000 kilojoules of heat. For a well-insulated 2,000 square foot home in IECC climate zones 2 and 3, the American Southeast, Southwest, and Southern Mid-Atlantic, this capacity matches the peak daily cooling load across the majority of summer days. For climate zone 1, Florida, coastal Gulf Coast, extreme South Texas, where peak loads regularly exceed this figure, specify a 200 kilogram tank and combine it with the radiative roof coating. Second, your available underground installation space. The tank must sit at a minimum of 4 feet below grade to access stable ground temperature. This requires either an accessible crawl space, a basement with drainage capability, or an exterior below-grade installation adjacent to the building foundation. Measure your available excavation footprint before specifying tank dimensions. Third, your building department's position on underground storage vessels under your local mechanical code. Contact your building official before any excavation. In most jurisdictions, paraffin wax is not a regulated substance, and an underground paraffin tank requires no specialized permit beyond standard mechanical installation approval. But confirm this in writing before you break ground. The primary functional material is C18, C22 grade paraffin wax with a documented melting point between 64 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This specification is non-negotiable. Paraffin blends with lower melting points, sold as candle wax or cosmetic paraffin at lower retail cost, complete their phase transition below the occupied comfort range, and provide no sustained cooling benefit during peak afternoon hours. Paraffin blends with higher melting points complete their phase transition above the target interior temperature and allow the space to heat before absorption begins. The C18, C22 specification and the 64 to 68 degree melting point are the two numbers that determine whether this system works. Verify both on the manufacturer's technical data sheet before purchasing a single pound. Bulk C18, C22 paraffin from industrial suppliers retails at $140 to $180 per pound at quantities of 200 pounds or more. 300 pounds, 136 kilograms, costs $420 to $540 in material, and fills a 150-gallon below-grade tank approximately two-thirds full when liquid, accounting for the 15% volume expansion paraffin undergoes during phase transition. The tank must be a 150-gallon minimum HDPE vessel rated for below-grade installation. Norwesco Industries and Snyder Industries produce suitable models at $180 to $260 at current retail pricing. Install the tank in an excavated pit lined with 4 inches of compacted sand for drainage. Wrap the exterior of the tank on all soil contact surfaces with closed-cell foam board insulation to a minimum of R20. The tank absorbs heat from the circulating air loop, not from the surrounding soil. Insulating the soil contact surfaces prevents warm summer ground from acting as a supplementary heat source and reduces the effective storage capacity. Install a 50-foot coil of 3 4-inch Type L copper pipe inside the tank before filling, with inlet and outlet connections through the tank wall at opposing ends. This copper coil is the heat exchanger between the home's circulating air and the paraffin mass. Connect the coil to an air distribution loop using 6-inch insulated ductwork. Install a 200 CFM inline fan on the return side of the loop. During peak daytime hours, the fan circulates room air through the coil submerged in the paraffin. The paraffin absorbs heat from the circulating air, holding coil outlet temperature at 64 to 68 degrees until the last gram of wax completes its phase transition. At night, when exterior temperatures drop below 60 degrees, open the outdoor air bypass damper and allow cool night air to re-solidify the paraffin, resetting the thermal storage capacity for the following day. That daily melt and reset cycle is the entire operating sequence. No thermostat, no compressor, no refrigerant. Install a 1-2-inch overflow tube at the top of the tank connected to a sealed external collection vessel before filling. This step is non-negotiable regardless of your climate zone. Paraffin expands approximately 15% in volume during the liquid phase transition. A completely filled tank without an overflow pathway will force liquid wax through the lid seals under thermal pressure. The overflow tube costs $4 in copper fittings. The excavation required to remediate a wax intrusion into the surrounding soil costs considerably more. For homeowners in climate zones 4 and above, the northern Mid-Atlantic, Midwest, and Northeast, where cooling season is shorter and peak daily loads are lower, BASF's Micronal PCM panels and Phase Change Energy Solutions Pure Temp product line offer above-ceiling installation options, requiring no excavation, no underground tank, and no specialist permitting. These panels install above existing drywall and deliver 70 to 80% of the underground system's thermal absorption capacity, at a fraction of the installation complexity. They're permittable in all 50 states under standard insulation installation codes. The underground tank delivers the full performance ceiling. The above ceiling panels deliver most of it without a shovel. Build the underground system correctly and your home will hold 64 to 68 degrees through every peak summer day for the next 30 years without a compressor running. When the grid fails during a summer heat emergency, as it did across 14 states during the July 2023 heat dome, that simultaneously pushed ERCOT, MISO, and PJM to emergency demand response protocols, a conventional air conditioner stops working the moment utility power cuts. A correctly charged paraffin wax tank keeps absorbing heat for the full duration of its phase transition, regardless of what the grid is doing. No electricity consumed, no compressor to overheat, no refrigerant to vent. The wax is either solid or liquid. In either state, it is doing exactly what physics requires of it. The insulation industry spent $29.3 billion last year selling products that slow the heat. None of that spending went toward telling you that 300 pounds of paraffin wax absorbs the heat entirely. The Zhou dynasty? Lingren managed this physics with river ice in underground bedrock chambers in 700 BCE. Frederick Tudor proved it at industrial scale with 146,000 tons per year by 1856. Oak Ridge National Laboratory measured it in a controlled laboratory environment in 2009 and published the report. The latent heat of C18C22 paraffin is the same today as it was when those Zhou dynasty engineers sealed their first ice chamber in Shanxi. The physics still work. The wax is waiting. Now you know not just why this was banned, but exactly how to build it yourself. Subscribe if you love this guide and watch the next video appearing on your screen right now.